Hi there! In this video we're going to take a look at the differences between ander, andere and anders. This question was asked by Poco Manizo. Not sure if it's that person's real name, but okay. What is the difference between ander, andere and anders? Well, anders is also a name of a person. I think in Nordic countries some people are called anders, but except for that, we're going to take a look at the Dutch meanings in examples. For example, ik wil een andere auto. I want an other car. So you want a different car. And andere is with an e there. And why? Because it's with auto, and auto is a word that takes de as an article. This e will be dropped if it's a het word, for example. Ik wil een ander boek. Boek is a het word. I want another book, so a different book. So book is a het word, so the e is dropped. If you're interested in that, there's a video about that, and you just have to click on the little thing that appears up there. So you can also skip the auto or the book. For example, if I ask you, wil je die auto? Do you want that car? And you answer, nee, ik wil een andere. No, I want another one. So the one there we don't say. Ik wil een andere. And same so with book. Wil je dat boek? Nee, ik wil een ander. So that's also a way to use I want another one. And then you will have to know, well, is it a de word or a het word to know if the e is dropped. What's the relationship between andere and ander, which mean other, and anders? Well, anders is the adverb, and most of the adjectives and adverbs in Dutch are the same, but this one isn't. For example, hij doet dat anders. He does it differently or in another way. And here the ander does not stand with another noun, or it's not related to another noun, as in the examples we've seen before. So then we're going to write anders in a different way or differently. All right, so that's anders with different. Anders has some other meanings, but let's see another example. Ze spreekt anders. She speaks differently. And there you clearly see, there is no noun with ander. It doesn't stand with anything. It's not een andere. So, okay, it's differently, in a different manner, in a different way. Anders has two other main meanings. And the first one we'll see in this example. Schrijf het. Anders vergeet je het. Write it. Otherwise, you will forget it, or you forget it. All right, and this anders means otherwise, or like if not, if you don't do that, then, well, otherwise, right? So that's the second meaning of anders. And then the third one is by the way, or something like or else, for example. Anders kunnen we naar het restaurant. By the way, we could go to the restaurant. Or else, we could go to the restaurant. And that's the third main meaning of anders. A special case is wil je iets anders? Do you want something else? And iets here, if you use iets with an adjective, then you have to add an s at the end of the word. For example, iets goeds, something good. And then you add the s here. And there, iets anders, ander is actually with the iets, but because it's iets, you have to add an s, so it's a bit of a special case. All right, so don't forget, ander, andere, adjectives, anders, the adverb, or otherwise, or else, by the way. Especially when you're proposing something, you would use it. Let's finish off with an interesting sentence and try to translate it. Kan je anders een andere veranderen? Anders doen we iets anders. If you can attempt to translate it, feel free and put the video on pause and try to find out what it actually means, because I'm going to say it. Can you, by the way, change another one? Otherwise, we'll do something else. So that's it. Kan je anders een andere veranderen? Anders doen we iets anders. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any other questions, feel free to write them in the comment, and who knows, it will be the subject of the next video. Tot ziens!